Hey guys, my name is Gene Fluker. I'm going to be showing you guys how to throw a breaking ball pitch today. Now, a breaking ball is not a pitch itself, but it is a category that describes certain pitches. Just like a fastball is a pitch itself, it is a category describing other certain pitches. Breaking balls are sliders, curveballs, and knuckle curves. There are other breaking pitches, but these are the three most common ones thrown, and the three ones I am going to be showing you today. Now, when you throw a breaking ball, when it reaches the batter, it is going to break. And what I mean by break, it is either going to slide or curve. And this is really going to throw off the batter. Now, to be more in depth, a fastball, when it is thrown, it goes pretty much straight to the location it's thrown at. It has no movement, and the speed is going to be like 90 plus miles per hour. A breaking ball, on the other hand, does have movement. Like I said, it is going to slide or curve, and it probably goes 65 to 75 miles per hour. To throw a breaking ball, make sure you take these required steps. The step one would be warming up. Make sure you are stretching, you are running, or doing something that pretty much warms up the whole body. Make sure you stretch out your arm, your elbow pretty much, and your shoulder, the two main parts when you are throwing a pitch, and you stretch out your legs and your torso and everything else like that. Because when throwing a baseball, you do use your whole body. Step two would be throwing the baseball with a friend. Now, when I mean by throwing the baseball, I don't mean throwing your hardest. I don't mean throwing your like slowest, your poorest, anything like that. But throw at a comfortable pace where you will feel comfortable and you don't feel like you're overthrowing your arm. You're not throwing too slow, but once again, at a comfortable pace. Don't throw too fast. Because if you do this, you are wearing out your arm, and then when you go to throw the breaking ball, it's not going to be as effective. So you want to start off at like 5 feet apart from each other when throwing the baseball, and then gradually increase the distance between each other. So 5 to 10 feet, 10 feet to 15, and so on. Therefore, you get that good stretch within all your ligaments, all your tendons. You're getting that arm warmed up. You're getting your arm recognized to recognize the throwing distance and all that. So that is step two. Step three would be recognizing the grips. Now, what I mean by grips is that when throwing a breaking ball, like I said, it is a category. There are many different pitches that fall under that category. So the first pitch I'll be showing you is a slider. And the reason why I'm showing you this first pitch is because it is a beginner pitch. A lot of people think of a slider as a fastball due to the fact that it's a little bit faster than the regular speed of a breaking ball is supposed to be. A slider usually tends to be like 80 miles per hour, but once again, a slider, it does break because it slides. It's in the name, it slides. So when throwing a slider, you're going to grip the ball like this. So you're gonna have the seam, your two fingers inside the seams right here, and your thumb right here. So you're gonna wanna grip it like this. And when you're throwing it, make sure you have a tight wrist. Do not twist or turn. And you come and throw it. Perfect, okay? Now, the slider is going to start off, depending on where you throw in the location, is going to start off here and slide all the way to the other side of the strike zone. Once again, this is a breaking pitch, and it slides. Now, the other pitch, which I would recommend intermediate pitches to throw it, would be curveballs. Now, the curveball is going to have a very similar grip to the slider, but instead of it being on the inside of the seams, it'll be on the outside of the seams. So you're going to want to grip the ball like this, the index finger along the outside of the seam, and your middle finger following it, and then your thumb on the bottom. So the grip is going to be like this. When throwing this, a lot of people will tell you to twist your wrist or turn your wrist or something like that. Do not do it, because if you do this, you will tend to mess up your ligaments, the tendons, and things like that, and it would cause serious injuries. So do not twist your wrist or anything like that. Keep your wrist locked, and then when you throw it, it's the same way you throw any other pitch. You come up and you throw and you release it in the same way you would release a fastball or something like that with a slider. Now, the movement of this pitch is going to be, once again, a curve. So it'll start at one side of the strike zone and is going to drop to the other side, or curve to the right. It would curve to the right for me due to the fact that I am a right-hand pitcher. Now, The third and last pitch is for advanced pitchers, only due to the fact that the grip of this pitch is a little bit more advanced and it will bother you when gripping it. This third pitch is called the knuckle curve. One of my favorites personally. The way you grip this pitch is you're gonna want to dig your index finger, the knuckle of it, inside, and then have the middle finger along the seam. So the pitch is going to look like this. And when you are throwing this pitch, do not, once again I repeat, do not twist the wrist, turn the wrist, or anything like that. This will not increase movement, but it will increase the injuries, like I said before. So once again, you come up the same way and you throw it. Make sure you follow through for all these pitches. Now, the movement of this pitch is going to start off like a rainbow. Start off like a rainbow, and then it's just going to drop straight down. So as you can see, it starts off here and drops all the way down. All these pitches are meant to throw off the batters. So when you throw it, you have to recognize the grip and make sure you know which ones you're throwing. Don't just throw a ball to throw a ball. Don't grip it the way it's supposed to. Make sure you understand the grip. Make sure you have your fingers in the right place and all of that to throw these pitches. And then step 4 would be to follow through. And what I mean by follow through, some people just tend to kind of just fling it off like this. No, you have to follow through. So depending on the grip you choose, I'm using the curveball grip. You come up, you bring up your leg, you step out, come and follow through. So you always have to follow through with all these pitches. If you do not follow through, it'll bring more risk to injuries in your arm. And then step 5 would be to cool down. Once you cool down, once you have stopped pitching and all that, the cool down would be go take a run, go run around the baseball field and things like that to get your arm to cool down, to relax, because all that stress of throwing pretty much wears down the arm, and then running pretty much cools it down. So make sure you run as a step 5 with the cool down, alright? So looking back at all the steps, step 1 would be to warm up. Make sure you get that stretching, make sure you're running, make sure you're warming up the whole body, getting those tendons, ligaments, and muscles all woken up, all ready to go and throw. And then step 2 would be to throw the ball with a friend. Make sure you get that so the arm can realize that it is throwing a ball, and the distance and all that would actually help you throw a baseball. Step 3 would be recognizing the grip. So remember to always look up, research, do your research when it comes to throwing breaking balls, because once again, if you just go out ahead, a friend tells you to go throw it, this is how you grip it, and you go ahead and throw it, you can probably cause an injury. Make sure you do some research, recognize the grip of the ball. To do that, be able to slowly throw it, and then it'll progressively increase the movement and all that. And then step 4 would be follow through. And follow through is a very important step when it comes to pitching a breaking ball, because if you stop halfway, the ball might not even break. But if you follow through, the ball is going to break and it's going to execute perfectly, and the batter will be thrown off. So this is my how-to video on how to throw a breaking ball. Thank you guys for watching. Enjoy.